Sorry for the little delayed flight, a lot of traffic in Fort Worth on rush hour, so difficult. But here we are, and a beautiful painting. Thank you, Joseph, for welcoming us. I have a granola bar because I thought I would have time to eat something, but no. So I'll do it later. So anyways, Nathan. Nathan, nice to meet you. I'm Jean-Guihen. Hello. And Ashley. Yes. Okay. Arpeggione? Great. Maybe without repeat? For now? And then. Good. sorry for interrupting, but I know we have very little time for each one of you. So, thank you. So, Nathan, how old are you?
I'm 19.
19, so young. So, a few things. In the future, from now on, when you play for people, Nathan, you cannot put the stand like this, you know. You put it on the side, a bit further. You have good eyes, you're 19, not like me. So, and you can see the music there, and then the people are there, they can, you know, enjoy your playing more. Okay, little detail. Okay, now, I think the main thing I want to talk about, because you play a very virtuosic piece, very difficult. We all, you know, all as cellists, we have highest respect for this piece, you know, for good reasons. Okay, now, nevertheless, before we talk about specific difficulties, I want to talk about, so, would you say that music is a kind of language? Yes. So you are telling us a story. Now, what is the vehicle for your language? As it's like a singer, it would be the voice, right? And for you, it's the bow, it's the sound. So you are creating vibrations, and these vibrations come to us, and then we hear. Yeah, it's very comparable to singing, because there will be a story, there will be like a, you know, something constructed by Schubert that gives us a sense of that we are starting somewhere, that we're, but at the same time there is the sound, there is the support, right? So a singer who would say a very interesting story, but we don't like the voice, we don't, right, we have to relate to this voice. So my point is this. If you have too much tension when you play, when you produce the sound, then we have a sentiment of tension. And there is potentially positive tension, that's something else, right? Musical tension, like when we want to create. But you know, some too much tension is something that prevents actually the vibration of the instrument to carry, to travel, and to come to us and make us feel, right? So we know that from, so again, I go back to the singers. Singers are our great sort of, you know, they are like our lighthouse. We look at singers and we say, let's strive with our little instruments to approach that. We will never get there. But if you go, have you gone to the opera already in your life? Yes, yes. And that's so fascinating that, you know, in the opera sometimes when you have a great singer and that there is one note, you know, something to do with the voice, and then hop, the note changes, and then everybody is in tears. It's interesting, no? Like 2,000 people are in tears because of the vibration, right? Whereas our poor dear friends, pianists, you know, they play millions of notes, and people are like, wow, very good, well done, good job, thank you. And now can we have the tenor again sing that note, you know? So you see that sound that proves that one note can be more compelling if it's, okay. So I wanted, sorry for the long talk, but I wanted to have context. Can I play one note on your cello? Can I take your seat for a second, and then I will take my cello and, but, so. So I just wanted to, it's beautiful cello, very nice. So I think your priority from now on, Nathan, should be that you playing is like that, and then we will feel Nathan is playing, you know? So, and that means getting rid of quite a few tensions, but it's, so you have to, but you really have to put it at the center of your music making from now on. So that's why I talked so much, because I want to convince you. I want to convince you that any tension that is not needed stands in the way of actually communicating with us, you know. So, and also that's why I started by saying, I have great respect that you play Arpeggione, but I would, in order to work on this, on the essence of what you're doing, of making music, on the corpus, on the incarnation of your music, I would play things that are not crazily demanding technically, but not that it's a problem for you, but you cannot work on everything at once. So, you know what? I'm a bit self-conscious because I'm going to talk about a few things that one guy here has heard a lot because he's in my class in Freiburg. Brendan, welcome. He's my friend. So you know, he will be like, yeah, again that one, you know. But anyways, and one of the first thing will be, as you rightly say from the beginning, you said, yeah, it's our right arm, it's the bow, right? So that so it will be about feeling how playing a sound is about actually releasing. So can you play for me an open G string and make like this with your right arm? Yes, and you know, you could do it like what the singers again call mezza di voce. Do you know what a mezza di voce is? No, it's from the Baroque tradition. It expresses the natural shape of a sung note which relates to breathing. So it's this within the note, which is like go in the note and go out of the note. Yeah, you want to try? And then back and forth. Yes. So, you know what? Can you, for a moment, think this is not people who are very interested by cello, but it's a yoga group, you know, and you want to bring them in trance, you want to relax them. And actually, bringing a cello to a yoga class, I think that's potentially, it's a big success. No, but seriously, already hearing this. So my point is this. Can you, I want you to realize, again, you remember the tenor, huh? One note. So that now start to listen to depth. So you enter the sound, you lean in the sound, you go out of the sound, and it's like a breathing, and then they become quiet. Try it. Beautiful, beautiful. And okay, now let's do a huge shortcut. What you are going to do when you play that, when you play Haydn concerto, when you play, is that it's going to be actually the expression of that with many notes. Okay, so there is a long, wonderful way ahead for you to get there. But put this, remember that this is the most important. Otherwise, you become the very busy cellist learning a lot of notes, but people are not going to cry and not going to okay. So okay. So now I think the main thing is that you realize, okay, do I release everything I can release before I play a sound? Yeah. So that's true. That's already the relation to your bow. If you think of your bow rather like something that you guide rather than something that you hold and you play. Because then, if I do that, it becomes an object. It's not a prolongation of my breathing. Okay? So that's, I think, thinking that it will help you. Just know that how little can I hold the bow. So you just don't want it to fall. But otherwise, you know. Yeah. You want to try? Yes. And I have to talk about your posture, Nathan. So the precondition for what we just talked, I hope I'm convincing you. Huh? When you're not convinced, you say, well, but, and then I can, okay? So if I've convinced you so far, the precondition for that is that your body, as you, yes, we sit down because basically because we have to with this instrument, but, okay, am I at the right height? Is my upper body free to swing? And then the instrument has to find a way, you know. So that's, so at the moment, Nathan is, okay, now I have to play cello. I exaggerate, sorry, Nathan, it's not good. Brendan knows that as well. He got that a lot, you know, that's his imitation, like not good. But nevertheless, so you should not, can you, so okay, we don't have so much time, so I think your end pin is too long. And so the cello is sort of a constraint on you. The cello should not impose you how you exactly. May I, for a second, I will take it. Nathan, show me, open the shoulders. Yeah, that's my Nathan playing cello, yeah. That's the one, okay. So now, you know, that's a bit like yo-yo, you know, it's, okay, you don't have to put it like at a, that's a cello, it's fine there. Play an open G like that. Wow, the sound is fuller. Okay, we have already gained something. Amazing, great. So let's just work on, and then you'll put the left hand, you'll find, but always remember, am I centered? Am I, you know, is my body, or am I sort of saying, okay, now I play cello? No, that's not. Okay, that's very important because in music, you will need, music is about rhythm. It's about, right? You have to have that in your body. You cannot play despite your body. All right? Second theme, what? How could one qualify that? One could say it's a little dance, exactly, it's a little dance. So if you want to be able to, if you want your playing to dance, it's not through the head, it's through your body. You know, so of course, it will be through the right arm, but it doesn't start here, your cello playing. Huh? If you want to play with rhythm, you have to dance yourself. You have to, first of all, at home, you know, when they are not looking, you know, you dance it. You're at home, and you sing it and you dance it, because the fun here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, right? It's not different than cha-cha or cha-cha-cha or whatever. So it's really a very simple, primitive dance. It's a joy of dancing because we all like that, and to feel that. So and then when we come listen to you, we want to be on our seat and like that. So And then the more you can have freedom of swinging and of motion here when you play, the better. So ideally, find a position where the cello is not on your chest and blocking your chest. Okay? So either here, you know, but when needed, and always question where your cello is. So when you play on your C string, you know, go like this. Depending which register you play, turn around, go around the cello. You know, it's okay. Good. Okay, so and this idea, you can look these principles you can apply for your left hand, for your right hand, for anything. So yes, should I? I'm wondering if I should tell my basic exercise that Brendan thinks it's a good idea. So okay, let's get there. So it's the exercise. It's the beginning of everything for us, which is we have to feel our right arm. We cannot just use it like a tool, right? More, less, right, left. It has to. So in order to make music for the music to become alive, you need to feel that it's a body, you know, that you feel. Okay, and for that there is an exercise, and an exercise that has a little story. Sorry, I'm trying to. What time is it? Because I forgot my glasses. Oh yeah, we have 7 minutes left. My goodness. Or no, I was late, so we have a bit more. Great. So. There is a story of a guy who works, you know, has very hard work, you know, works in the mine, you know, in the mining, you know, underground, you know, very hard work, and so not good pay, you know, difficult, you know, everything, but he saves money and buys himself second-hand, a nice sofa, very fluffy one, okay? And that is his greatest reward, because after years he managed to buy that. And then he comes home and that's the moment of the day. Comes back home, everything hurts, here, the pain everywhere, okay? Comes back home, sofa, okay? He waits because he wants to really enjoy. He feels the tension here. His legs hurt. And that's what he's looking for every day. Now, what's the point? Because, exactly. So, the point is this, that you go with your bow above G and D string, extreme frog, like the ring is close to the G string. The not on, but like next to it. So you are above the strings. Exactly. Very good. Now, do you feel you have to hold, all these muscles have to work, right? They are in tension, right? So we are going to release all the tensions, like the guy who comes and You can stay there. Okay, stay there. Go now. Feel that. Just. I need you to release this. And you just like you crush there. Yes, better. Yeah. So but that's the point. We have no idea how difficult it is to release, to let go, and you need to let go. into your playing. That's one of the, let's try again. Let's go above again, and yeah, and it's all, this exercise is all about feeling your body, being in your arm, okay? So that means the point is that it's not something you say, I have understood, okay, I have to bend my arm, okay, no. It's about, it's going to take time. You have to do it a lot, every day. Okay, again. And let go. No, okay. So, and can you please, like, be there and enjoy the sofa, like say, yeah. Yeah, can you be there? You're there, and you want to stay there. You want to stay there, and you want to feel. So, yeah. Good. Okay. So once you have done this quite a lot, the next exercise is the same at first, and then you imagine a virtual little strings lifting, taking off some of that curper, of that body from your arm, less and less and less, and you are still resting on your bow, but less, there is less, until the end there is only the bow on the string, and then we lift, and we fall back there. So feel that something is like taking weight away, but keep the bow in its position like this. And then you lean on here, and there is less and less and less substance, less and less body in your, yes, until you, exactly. So what you have there, in essence, is all your range of dynamics. That's your fortissimo, right? Because you let all your arm in the sound. And, you know, forte, mezzo forte, piano, pianissimo, and nothing. Okay? Yes. So that, yeah, and be really at the frog, otherwise. And let go. Yes. Okay, yeah. So there is that. There is I will quickly also give you the exercise with the fingers, because the 4-finger exercise in the morning, because I also find that your bow position is too monolithic. It's too much the same everywhere. So basically your finger, they are your contact with the sound. So they have to adapt constantly. So, I mean, it's literally, in that case, quite simple. It's literally like the suspension on a car. Yeah. If your wheels didn't have that, the contact with the road is impossible, and that's the same with it. So depending if you are at the frog or there, or if you do, you know, the German have a nice word for that, Kleinmotorik, small mechanics. Let's translate. So number 1, I will show you the 4-finger exercises to develop your flexibility here. First one is like this. Try to do it with me. Exactly. All the other way. Yes. If you look, if you can really like go back even, you know. Yes. So this one is very good for the contact with the stick, so to say, so that the tip of the fingers get in touch with the stick. Okay? And then there is this one here. So you go horizontal like this. And then only with the fingers, let the tip go down as far as you can. Yes, and then back up, and then back down. Yeah, so this one it's obviously why it's important for anything that has to do with and with chords. Because if you don't have that and you do your chords, you have to do your chords with the arm, and that means you lose substance in the sound, okay? And then there is this one here. Yes. Very good. This one is very good for sculpting the sound, because we don't play, the bow just doesn't go just like this. It's depending on what, by the way, depending on what we want. If I want, depending on what I want my bow to do, to go to the contact, or then I work also with the angle of the bow. Okay, so and experiment that at home. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit like physics, so you you will see if you pull the bow like this. So try it. Pull the bow like this. Yeah. Nathan, I have a question. Why do you hurt it? This year I allow myself to question. Okay, that's maybe the last thing I will say, because we have to go on. It's the most direct way to the sound is the better one. So like something, a straight line to the. If I do this, there is an angle which stands in the way of my contact to the sound. So look at photos of Rostropovich, who, everybody, I am old enough to have heard Rostropovich live. So, and I confirm it was an incredible sound. So people say, oh yeah, he was playing so loud. It's not just about loud. It was just like he was the incarnation of being, he was in his sound, So it was survival for him to play cello. Now, look at his photos, and you will see that's his, at the Frog, that's where he is. He's not like this, because, so you want to be direct. That means elbow not too low, because if you do like this also, do. That's not a good contact to the sound. Huh? So, and last thing I want to give you to take away is that to experiment with all this, stand up. You will see that a lot of things are easier here like this. Just let your arm. Yeah, play a few. Very nice. Why? Because your arm here hangs very naturally. So again, question whether you really, when you play cello, have to put yourself in a position where suddenly you have to everything becomes complicated. Okay? Back to basics. Very good. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry. I played du TU as an encore last night, so it's like the strophe with a scordatura. OK. Comment tu t'appelles?
Tristan.
Tristan. And Tristan will play?
The Prelude from the Fourth.
Prelude from the Fourth, yes. Merci, thank you. So now you're going to have the very interesting experience of two French people speaking English with one another. That's a very promising challenge. Okay, so it's good. I think, Tristan, were you listening to the lesson before? Yes, I saw that. So, and that's done, so, because I think, yes, I think you would recognize that it's something, anyway, that's something that we all, that's what we talked about. I take 1 minute for this, but what we have been talking about before, this coming back into your body in order to come into the body of the sound is something that I have to do daily again and again. So what I mean to say is that it's not about where you stand in your career or something like that, yes? So, and you know, our great Buddha of the cello, Yo-Yo Ma, you know, when I look at his videos, you know, always when he starts a concert, when he starts playing the first one, it's like, wow, okay, I let go into the playing, right? To make sure that, so he has to do this work as well as we do. Because he is human. Very much so. Okay, anyway, enough about our gods and our... so maybe here we can, it is related to what we worked before, but this is a typical example of harmony, right, being exposed with one note after the other. So, in other words, I don't play, but I do. So I play, and I don't know about who of you is cellist here, but I remember when I started learning this, and then regularly I would go on the piano and I would say, yeah, basically Bach composed this on the piano. No? Because string change and stretch and everything, no, doesn't make sense, right? Okay. Now, I want to take 1 minute to remind ourselves, so what is harmony? What is harmony?
It's like overtones that work together, notes that work together.
Overtones that come together? Hmm?
Notes that are like compatible, that ring.
Yes. Yes. So at first, philosophically, we also talk about a harmonious society. A harmonious society is when people manage to, so very much what we don't have today, right? So to communicate with each other and to talk with each other and find solutions, right? Rather than, yeah, right. So exactly. So it's good to have, negative examples. So what we don't have nowadays. So very good. So we want the notes to come together, and so it's not a coincidence that it's the same word when we talk about society, or when we talk about people, or when we talk about notes that go together. So yeah, so you seem it's very interesting, Tristan, because it's you anticipate everything. So I would love that we see better how we can. Can I try your cello a little bit? Because I always anticipate that. Yeah, but I mean, come on, he has this Italian thing, So anyways, so I would say the first thing is that in your you were so right. The first thing he said when we talked about harmony, he said overtones. So just in case some people are not totally, so the overtones are the notes that when we play this, these notes that are in the spectrum of this note. And that's exactly what Bach wants us to do. He wants us to visit all these notes that are on the same thing. So the first thing I would like to do is not just to know that, Tristan, but to to play this E flat and listen to them. Listen to them really. And by listening to them, giving us also the room to hear them. Please teach those of us who don't know what overtone is, teach us what it is. Okay, may I intervene, Tristan? So now I take my thing here, so I don't have to interrupt all the time. So now, exactly, you are, Quartier Latin, the French. I don't even know if you're French. Yeah, you are. From where? Normandy, okay, yeah. But the French, Descartes and everything. So it's about logic. It's about, it's about knowing things. So, sorry. So let's go back in our body. Music is as much about body as about intellect and the soul. But that's. But anyways, no. But so now, Tristan, you immediately got to the metaphysical dimension where, we go so much into the project that there is nothing left. So I would like you not to leave the string. Ah, good. I would like to add one thing. Very good. Thank you for not leaving the string. Also, the horizontal motion never stops. Okay? I'll tell you an anecdote that Brendan knows. Some years ago, when I had my first job, a teaching job, I was in this Hochschule in Trossingen, Germany. And my colleague, clarinet prof, was a good friend, so one day I I go say hello to him in his classroom. And he's teaching clarinet. And I see on his wall, just, A4 piece of paper with printed on it, Luft ist Gott. The air is God. I was, I'm a bit French too, so for the clarinet player, it means okay. First of all, what's God is, if we believe in God or whatever we name it, is everywhere. Right? That's the principle. That's the idea. God is in here. God. And God was before time started and will be there after, God is time. Okay, so if you think of that, for the clarinet player, the breathing is always there. And then appears the sound, and then comes the music. And the music goes away, the piece is over, but the breathing is still there. This is our breathing. Okay? So let it always be in movement and don't leave the string. Yes. So just for you to know, thank you for experimenting with me. The hold on the bow is still too strong, so that's why you don't have yet. So it's going to be when you want to reach out to the. Okay, now I'll let you experiment with that. Now let's do something with a bit. We start to go in the pulse now. So now, for example, I would propose to you do and. So to get in the pulse. Yes, but the downbeat is a bit more, no? Is yes. Okay, and now you can do a. Okay. Now, with this idea in mind, all the notes you will play after this are going to be in the flow of that first note. Ya da di da di, and not dim da di da di. Okay? So go back to the flow first. Yeah. Tristan. Yes, yes. So now. So could you play this? 1, 2, 1. Yes, or simply. Yes, and now. Yeah, and when you hit the ground, enjoy it. Yes. So when you hit the ground, hit the ground. You know, you're going to be like a dancer who does this. The dancer, before they fly, before they give us the feeling, wow, they are flying. Huh? Okay, we work with gravity. We work with gravity like the dancer. Okay, very good. So now, I think the principle is clear, and we have talked a lot about bow arm and things, so they are starting to. So now, the next big challenge in this suite, obviously, is this. Oh, I have to play the fourth suite tonight. You know, so I'm sorry. The part that is boring is that the main issue is the same as for the right, and the same that we talked about with Nathan, which is tension. So this is my hand as it was made. So this is not my hand as it was made. So that means if I want to go from one note to the next, at each and every moment, is everything released depending which fingering, but starting here, so really like I'll tell you another. It's funny because when I think of my left hand, I say, okay, remember. I sort of I start doing like this because why? I remember talking to a singing student in Freiburg, where Brendan studies, and she was telling me the first 2 bachelor semesters, she was not singing Orsini and doing that. But it was like trying to feel this instrument that they have inside their body. and feel how they can release it in order for it to come in vibration. And then the sound can deploy, right? So it's about, and it's much easier for us, that aspect, because our instrument is at least outside, so it shouldn't be that complicated. But so. And you will see here that also our left hand is a bit like a dancer. So can you try to enjoy trying to be like a dancer that you're on this foot and you go to this foot and you really feel, oh, is the other leg free from the moment I go, yeah? Okay, let's give some time to the fourth finger for now. Can you stay there? Thank you. So, yeah, I think it's exactly. So, can we do the same experiment as I did before? Okay, this is your cello position. There is nothing that says that it should be different. This is it. That's all. So, again, I give you a personal experience that where very often in the morning, my first contact to the cello, I like to remind myself to feel, to get back into my body, you know, before is when I start playing in the morning, because I am like all of us. Oh my God, today I'm playing. Yeah, right. So, you know, the temptation is big that this is going to be my cello playing, right? And I have to play whatever tomorrow. I don't remember, but well, tomorrow it's not me working a lot. It's Fei who is there. A big applause for Fei. She's jumping in for Sasha Melnikov tomorrow night. Yes. Yes. So I like to, when I start in the morning, to remind myself, upper body free, cello is not blocked here. So left hand is here. You know this. And then left hand, my left hand is like that. My left hand is, no. Okay. So, and then, so I propose you a first exercise. I call it the shift without goal. Why without goal? Because you want to take any pressure. A goal is a pressure. Oh, I need to get there. No, you don't need to get anywhere. You just, the way is the goal, okay? Asian, exactly. So you will take the second finger because that's the one that is the easiest, you know. I mean, what the pianists call the third finger. They have no idea. But so, and don't really press the string down like halfway, and then. By the way, this is already a piece of music. Okay, so if this, let's see with your fourth finger, I would tend to think that that the others, they stay close by, they are there to, you know. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh. Yes. Do you hear this sound? That's a nice sound. Yes. So this is interesting, yeah? That only already focusing on releasing this, the sound was much better already than before. Right? So So why do they immediately say, oh, that's a beautiful sound? So where is the beauty? The beauty is in the grace of letting go. Okay? So, and honestly, frankly, this is it. You don't need a teacher anymore. If whenever you play a note, you say, whether you are in a mood to play, to first listen and let the space be part of your music, or you feel today fine, you decide. Questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Now I think it's the first time I eat a cereal bar live on a live stream. I wonder how it sounds. I hope I can hear the recording afterwards. I'll do that.
It's her bar. It is my bar.
Amazing.
If you say the brand, maybe we could get some.
You wanted to have a good mood for your lesson, huh? Hi. You need a stand? So, what's your name?
Jayme.
Jayme? Okay. Where?
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo. You have a double name like me. Okay, and we have a Boccherini.
C minor, the G2 version.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay. In 10 seconds, I'm done with this. Thank you. So, Giancarlo, how old are you?
38.
38. Yeah. So, when did you start? When did you decide? What was your coup de foudre that made you want to play the cello?
I was 16 and I heard Yo-Yo Ma.
Ah, yeah. Ah. In a movie.
Yes.
Mm.
It's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Amazing. So, the reason I ask you that is that I think each and one of us, it's good regularly on a regular basis to go back to what was it that made me dream, you know, in a music that I heard. So, and so in the case of even this music of you know, in this film, in this movie that was like a planetary success, it's not so much that there's millions of notes being played there, right? But it's rather about their shape. You know, so it's about proportions. It's about color. So this is a very virtuoso piece, very demanding. But I think we could, let's try to work on what is the beauty of a note and of a shape. And I think you could put that again at the center of your playing and your relationship to music. Huh? So, for example, yeah. So these are, Boccherini was a super virtuoso cellist, you know, who was playing with his father. You know, he went on tour and his father was playing the bass. And they toured like that. Must have been fun. I would love to look for a place which is, but it's almost everything is a lot of notes. So it's again, it's what, I don't know if maybe you were not here in the first, because you were warming up during the first lesson.
The first one.
Yeah. So, you know, this idea, the more you go back in time in music, like in Baroque now, you know, these many notes, they are like an expression of one harmony. So a bit like we did now with the fourth bar suite. So So the shape of the notes between them it's going to be about that, right? So I want to give you another example. Sorry, I talk about my life. So, no, but a long time ago, in the 90s we're talking, I was in Paris and I had a problem at my left hand. So for 6 months I couldn't play. 6 months. You know? And then suddenly, so of course, it's challenging and everything, but there is a silver lining to it. Suddenly you have, this object is not taking so many hours of your day. So I had time to do other things. So I went to lessons for dancing rock and roll, because, you know, I thought, and the point is that it was not a very good school, and it was all about, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, again, 1, 2, 3. So it had nothing to do with you know, swinging. So yes. So, and I think our playing should be about swinging. So let's try to find that passage that we are looking for, not with double stops and things. And let's try, I have an idea. There is this concluding motif. I should have brought my glasses. Where is that? Ah, yes. Does it happen once a bit in a lower register? No. Because that's very high here. The second time around?
Second time?
I'm sure it happens in the end again.
Still a bit high.
Ah, yeah. Sorry, okay, so we're going to do something else. We are going to play this beginning slowly, but with all the musical information. So the first musical information is that already when you do this chord, let's try to find a way to do the chord so that these three notes will do like this together. Yeah, just by yourself. Yeah? No, I find the chord is nice, but the cut between the chords we don't want. So you were not here for the last lesson. Luft is Gott means your right arm should always be and not don't stop, no stop between the notes. Yeah. So now your upper note. Sorry, I apologize to you because I apologize to Brandon, my student. You know, he gets that regularly. I imitate my student just to give a mirror, you know, like this. So I'm sorry about that, Giancarlo. So do you agree that this is not a sound that we find nice? Why don't we find it nice? Because it is not breathing. Because otherwise one could say, well, but that's the way I want it, ba, ba, ba. No, I'm serious. Let's think why we don't like it. So that means you want each sound to breathe, to be human, to be like something that lives and not something that is, right? So that means, okay, now we are getting really to the core of the bow technique. A healthy bow stroke and a healthy basic bow stroke is that I give a pulse to my arm. So I tell my arm, go to the right. And then I let it live until it fades. A bow stroke is not now, because I'm doing a bow stroke. Down, up. So what is the difference? The difference is that I have no choice but to after I give my impulse to my arm and say, please go to the right, please go to the left, I let it enjoy the laws of physics, and I don't anymore play. Okay? So it's going to be about another image I want to give you. Imagine you give a ball a roll, and it rolls until it stops. That's physics. You need to respect the physics of your arm because we need it in order to have the feeling, oh, that makes sense. You want to try? Just on one note. No, just, yeah. Yes. So in this idea still of feeling your sound, Giancarlo, at the moment, the difficulty you have, so you give an impulse, and then you are holding your bow, so you are you are not letting the, so try not to take, to hold your bow, but okay. I let you have a conversation together with Tristan, with Nathan. You guys can have a nice long, because Tristan, you know, he loves Quartier Latin. He loves Paris 60s, you know, Jean-Paul Sartre and all these things. You know, he likes. Yeah, no. It's you guys are going to talk. Let's talk about the body, because we had a long discussion with them about that. So as you can hear, right at the moment. There is no body in your sound. Why? Because you are intervening, you are holding your arm, you are telling your arm, do that. So you have to respect your arm. Okay? So respect by letting it be what it is, because you need it. You need, that's the incarnation of your playing. That's your, okay, good. So, and you really, so if we try to go back to our chord, that's the same thing. It's the same thing, but a bit more complicated, because you have also the string change. But the idea is that you want, after you go in your chord like this, you want to let it swing. You want to try? No problem, no problem. Yes? So what I would like is to get rid of this stop, stop, because music is not about on-off. Right? That's, or to put it, we should all watch this lecture by Leonard Bernstein, on ambiguity. You know, him explaining why ambiguity is a central element of music making. That what makes. So he's giving this the example. You know, now in his case, it was not about physiological things and everything, but about, you know, he was talking about the adagietto from that for a long time with two notes, Mahler on purpose wants us to say, what is this? What is this? Where are we? A minor? Is it big? No. F major, yes. So it's creating expectation through ambiguity. Okay, so we need to bring some ambiguity into your bow technique. Okay, so it's not on-off. So, okay, let's, you know, I'm going to tell you an anecdote from one of my absolute most important mentors, Anna Belsma. It was his name. Some of you know him, some of you don't. He was a great master of the Baroque historical playing movement of the 1960s. In Holland, so great, amazing cellist. Listen to his recording if you can. Now, he had I want to be careful because it might sound politically incorrect, the anecdote I'm going to pass on now. But he was referring to the fact that some tribes in Africa have a schmuck, how do you say, like something to enhance beauty, you know, to have great lips, they put, you know, a plate, you know, in their lips, and then bigger, so that they have this large lip, because it's a show of beauty, right? And he said, of course, it takes a long time to get there, you know, to get to the larger, yeah? So they don't put the big plate the first day. No, okay, I don't know if you got my point. So what I'm saying is that here it's like it's the big plate. Everything is complicated. You have a chord, you have a... so yeah, there is so much to do that we have difficulty to touch them. So even that chord I would like to take apart for a moment. And I would like you to play just the upper note. And play me 3 notes which breathe, which resonate. Yes. Okay. It's good, it's good. It's getting there. Try that the base of your sound is not this. Just let a bit more of your arm. Yeah. Yes, and can you enjoy more the ambiguous moment? Talking about so that the ambiguous moment is this moment before you attack the note. That's the most interesting part. Can you do it? Yes, and you will even realize that you don't need to be so, you know. Now, can you dance more here and do less here? Wow. Yes, it's good. The finger work, was it with Nathan? He will explain to you. So at the moment, the problem, you lose contact because this is like way too the grip is much too strong. So you lose contact with the sound. Okay. So, and now it could get interesting. So yeah, like this. So this piece starts. You know, you established 3 proud notes. Yeah, and then I have an idea. We are going to do this little dance here. Which bar is that? Because I don't have my glasses.
9th bar.
Hmm?
Bar 9.
9. Bar 9. Let's play again together because poor Jayme came all the way to... Okay, so here... Right? So it's a little pas de deux. It's a very, very usual gesture in music. It happens all the time in all composers, Schubert, Bach, whatever. So you are going to have a little dance, the two of you. Now, try immediately to... So we talk about dance, right? So not about dance, right? But you want to let your body and therefore your sound move and dance. So and you respond to each other. Yeah, go ahead. By the way, do it without the double stops for now because not the big plate. Remember, let's do the smaller plate. No double stops. Okay, just that. We are going to make this beautiful. So, let's start with the intonation. Take your time. Let's find our E flat major. Yeah. So your D, let's compare the D with the. Yeah, and then the F. Yeah, we need time. We need time. It's yeah. So the D with the D string, very good. Okay, very good. So before your D was too high, your F was too low. Now we met, okay? Very good. Now let's play slow motion dance. Okay, and beautiful. So just look for grace in your sound. Go ahead. Okay, okay, until the E flat. La, la, la. Yeah, very good. Good. Now, the harmony go. They go like this, right? So the harmony, the chords, is going to be your main swing. So, the reason I tell you that is that it's not la 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 new harmony. No, right? It's la bum bum pim. So actually, so your main swing, your body is going to swing E flat major, dominant, B flat, dominant. That's your swing. And now, what Boccherini wants you is with that he says or something, you know. So, but not not everything with okay. Now, why it means not everything with the whole body, right? What is your body when you play cello? It's this. Okay? So that means you don't want, right? You want the two notes that happen in between, they are in this large swing. And may even probably, maybe even in here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, that's another important information. Like the dancers who will not do everything with the whole body, we don't do everything with the whole arm. Okay, so your main impulse will be here. Bum, bum, bum. And now, stand up, please. Good. Let's do exactly this together. I just realized rather than. Let's do, for now, just do half notes. And I want you to swing with the. Very good. Now you're going to keep this. Your upper body is like that, exactly. And now only here. Yeah, and even less for the small note, less arm. So you are still doing and down there, not this. Okay. Oh, yes, and then again, not too much, and then we have to wait, and then we play the note, but okay. Yes, and then look for something gracious. So this one. Yeah. Trust your ear and your desire to look for something that does this. Try. Yes, let's try together. And so, not only you are doing something gracious, but the one more reason you are doing something gracious is because you want to give Jayme inspiration, that she knows what to do the next half bar. Yeah, I think it was starting to be a sweet little dance. Now you want to try to with double stops? We make one plate bigger. Yeah. Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. That was starting to have some gracefulness. So music is not about the amount of notes you play. Really not. So again, I think this music in this movie, watch it again. I don't think it's music where your mind is playing like incredibly virtuous thing. No, it's just a few sounds that just.
I'm playing the sonata, actually.
Huh?
I'm playing the sonata.
Ah, yeah. I don't know it, I must confess. I mean, I saw the movie a long time ago, but I don't know that it's a sonata even. So, but, okay. Yeah, that's for it. Thank you. Yeah. Un petit peu d'eau serait formidable. Hello.
I'm Eric.
Eric.
Yes.
Welcome. So, Dvořák, last movement?
First movement, actually.
Ah, first, okay, yeah, on the paper it says.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm Joe.
Joe?
Joe, yes.
Or Joel? Or
Joe.
Joe? Joe. Eric and Joe. Okay, first movement. Then let's play, because we are so late, and I have a rehearsal after this. So let's, if you don't mind, let's play exposition, and I might even stop you before. And don't take it personally.
Of course.
If I- Thank you very much. So, yeah. So, very good playing and you know, digging in. There's power there. Very nice and very. So it's great. So it's that's where it gets interesting. You know, how old are you, Eric?
22.
22. Yeah, exactly. So now you know you've built a cello technique. You know how to play this, double stops, these things. And now it's about the soul of the music. And so. So the first thing to do is indeed to start. Okay, you to remind yourself, because I know you know it, but that music is a language, and that with this language you want to share. Well, let's say first there is an incredible composer who someday decided to start telling a story with notes. And we are so lucky because he decided to do that through the cello. So it's not in the end, just that we make clear, remind ourselves. So it's not going to be about, oh, is Eric is he able to nail the damn thing? Thank you so much. Oh, he's playing this passage, it's difficult. So it's not about that, right? But it's about. So, and what are the tools that we have to talk about? So all of these are human experiences, right? If you think of the great, the great stories in the past that were oral, like Odysseus. How is it called in English? Odysseus? Yeah. You know, like Ulysses, who goes, exactly, for example. So they were all stories of death and life and love and longing and being away from home, and Ulysses experienced things through his flesh, terrible things and beautiful things, and you know what I mean, right? So, and any big human story is like that. So I want you to grow up a little bit in that way. That you got it? Yeah. It's good. So here, again, we talked about longing. You know the story, right? When he wrote this, and so what do you know?
It was during his stay in America, right? And he was kind of missing his time, I think, because he didn't really like New York all that much.
He was missing home, basically. Yeah. So, So, and it's great. And you know what? Let's start with the second theme, which, by the way, I absolutely hear that you were working on trying to find a special color to express that longing, of home, Let's see if we can even get it. Let's play directly. You play the upbeat, and you invite the orchestra to play with you. Okay, yeah. So, thank you. I want to talk for one moment about the vibrato. because you have a vibrato which is extremely active. You are doing something. And so if we think of D major, isn't it something like, so he's missing home, right? So his only way to remember home is to go inside, to go in his heart, you know, and to remember. So, sorry, right? So maybe, because when with this, I don't get this sentiment of someday I will be back home and everything will be good. So, do you want to experiment with trying to find a vibrato which is a bit? Yes, yes. So, and then, so basically, the idea in the story, right, is this moment of calm, no? Or one could imagine Dvořák entering in a church and praying that he will soon be again home or something like that. You know what I mean? So there is this sense of, right? So vibrato is one thing, and then you will want both your hands to convey also this feeling of calmness. So I'm not sure. I think your fingering was a. So each fingering has a, has a difficulty, but for sure. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one, and if you do it, you will want your shift to not bring to bring a sentiment of this, because we want to just be in peace there. Can you try again? Okay, and now, so, do you know the bass line at this place? Yeah, so the point is this. Very good, very good. Thank you for the bass line of the first bars. Very good. The point is this, that what we do with the melody is that we can put it that way. We connect the bass notes. So, yeah. So with these three notes, you are going to connect the G and the F sharp. Mm-hmm. So now, there is a very simple cognitive thing, which is if you want to connect this and this with four notes in between, if you do equal notes, we as humans will not get a sense of a curve, of something which is naturally bringing one, because it's abstract. So at the moment, your eighth notes are absolutely democratically equal. Okay. But you'll tell me, well, how do I do them in equal? They are printed equal. No, but we agree that this is just exactly. So you will want something, something that has a shape, and to give you some objective information about, in this case, about the shape. You start up, you start falling, and then you need a little bit of time to arrive. Right? Okay? Well, you want to try? I will play. I'm sorry, I'll take your job for a second. I will play the bass. Now, can you show me? I'm your bass player. I'm not very experimented. Can you show me with your playing to show me how this bass line should go. Yes. And okay, again, thank you. Nice trying. So, okay, maybe can we do the opposite again? Now play the bass line, but in a way that is so making sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, very well done. So that's excellent. The one thing you can still add to your is that at the moment there is always a lot of will in your playing, both when you play the melody and when you play. So, and what you want is something. We want a stream that carries us by itself. So that's what Yo-Yo calls, when he said, it's about something which is greater than us. So, and in that way, by doing that, he leans on something which is just going. So that's what you want to add as a quality to your playing,
Okay.
which, try to find something very calm, a vibrato which now we have, which is less like this, and a right arm which is quieter and conveying. You want to try? Yeah. What? Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot that. So, for example, this. So, okay, I guess the point is this. You don't want to play two notes, you want to play an interval. Right? It's a relationship between these notes. So, do not give a new impulse there. Yeah, just and think of the relationship between these two notes. Okay. Vibrato, calm. Calm. Okay, yeah. So, you know what I like? A nice quality that you have is you want to keep the line going, and I hear that. And yet, you also want your bow arm to breathe and be more free in its breathing, rather than always being behind it. Okay. Okay. Let's try. Let's work on something different. Maybe. Yeah. For example, the beginning. So, so this is a very. Oh, I have a funny anecdote to say about the Dvořák concerto. That's because I heard it 2 days ago, and I find it a funny one. is that so I'm going to play a recital in the spring now in the city of Casals, El Vendrell, in where he could not go for 50 years, 60 years of his life because it was dictatorship and he refused to play there. So anyways, but that's his hometown, El Vendrell. And so now they have a whole festival, which is Casals Festival. And so we were proposing a program with Sasha Melnikov, who was supposed to be here tomorrow for the concert, but and we proposed including the Debussy Sonata. And the promoter, he's great because he's super knowledgeable about Casals and all his work. He says, why not? I mean, Casals didn't like Debussy as a person, but he played his sonata often. And he didn't like him as a person. Why? Because Debussy had agreed with Pierné, I think it was Gabriel Pierné, who was a conductor of the turn of the last century, who had said that Dvořák Cello Concerto was bad. And Debussy had agreed with that, and that made Casals very angry. And by the way, that's the thing that I find so great, that Casals, I mean, he passed away when I was 10 years old, so potentially I could have met him, right? And then you see his master classes, where he says, Saint-Saëns concerto, Saint-Saëns told me, that's so funny. We have this link to Saint-Saëns like that, in a heartbeat. Okay. Anyway, so the beginning there, because it's not a bad piece, huh? And it starts with really this statement, which it's a bit like a Granic piece because it's only three, and that's why people sing it in the subway, right? So it becomes like a like one of these iconic motifs because it's a motif. So I think you have to, like a piece of granite, if you suddenly turn it around, which you do in the second bar, it should be more of a big deal because it's your big granite piece, like big stone, that. So it's not it is a big deal, because if it's not a big deal for you, then it's not going to be a big deal for us. Okay. Okay, thank you. So, yes, quasi improvisando, he writes, or cadenza, yes, and nevertheless, inspire yourself from the rhythmical essence of it, right? So it cannot suddenly at once be yes, you want to insist on this, and yet you need the dot. Okay. The other thing is, and by the way, that's true for any piece we play, including when we play a solo piece, by the way. We have to, another anecdote, and probably I have to stop because I have to rehearse now, because I'm playing a concert tomorrow. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, an anecdote, and then I had one master class with Rostropovich, and I played Prokofiev Sinfonia Concertante, second movement, and so I play 20 minutes, and then he says, it's all good, but you care only about your part. You don't give a damn what's happening in the orchestra. So that doesn't make sense. And he was so right. That was actually basically his point. That's it. That's what he told me that day. So it's really, so when you, for example, so it's really about relating to, and it's not, Eric is going to play Dvořák concerto, and there is somebody in the back who is going to decorate with some harmonies. No, it's a piece, right? Okay, so what do we have here? And then when you you have to take him on the downbeat here, or do you play this one before the beat? I would definitely play it
on the beat.
Oh, on the beat. So, did you actually notice that you were not at all together? Okay, no. Okay, good. One more time. Okay, yeah, exactly. So it was, just fantastic. So quickly picked up. Already just talking, noticing it, and listening, it was already so much more convincing. For example, one which you don't have yet in your ear conscious is this. See, and that was not together, and that will help you to make sense of what you are playing. Okay, thank you.